Who did this? Who the freak ate my snack pack?
Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today is another first impressions unboxing kind of thing, although I've already unboxed it. But it's a first impressions kind of video. So I treated myself and spent $29.02 on two different things. I got more Pigma Micron pens. They have been my favorite fine liners. The nibs have been spectacular, so I wanted a wider range of sizes, and I figured, you know, I needed to hit that $25 to get free shipping. So also I got the TouchNew 30-piece gray markers set off of Amazon. It was $19.99. So came with a little bag that I've already decided that I hate, and gray markers. And it also came with a I can't read that, AOWA pen for smooth writing on the surface of different materials. But can we take a second? Can you see how it's not focusing? Hold on. Autofocus. I guess we'll just do it. Focus though, but like seriously focus. Look at this. Smooth writing, but it's like misprinted very poorly. So that's interesting. But there is another fine liner to it as well. So there's I want to say that it's a 5.5 millimeter, and then because it's all in, I'm assuming Japanese, but it might be Chinese because it's a Chinese. I don't actually know my Asian lettering, so I'm sorry. But yeah, so there's this nib, which is larger and looks like felt. If it's not going to focus, you're the bane of my existence, camera. Okay, whatever. And then another fine liner. We've got a TouchNew 8mm pen. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a white gel pen. It might be. So yeah, that. And then we have our gray markers. So I'll start with the blue grays because I like blue gray. Cool gray is my favorite. If we're gonna pick our favorite shades of gray, cool gray will always be my favorite. I use it for everything. But we have blue gray 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. And I'll be swatching them, obviously, hence paper here. We have, let's see, cool grays. I think, so some of these had wider range. These are also very cold. They've been in the back of a post office truck all day. So I'm not quite sure how this will go. I'm really excited because I love a wide range of grays. So we have cool gray 0.5 all the way up into 9. We'll pull green grays out because I think there's fewer of those. Green gray is not my favorite. I don't like the way it comes out. We have green gray 3, 5, 7, and 9. I feel like I might be missing one. There's probably a green gray somewhere in here. Yeah. Green gray 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. And then our warm grays. And those are 0.5 through 9. So first impressions wise, the barrel is similar to the Ohuhu marker shape, They do have the name and number of the marker on both sides, but it's not on the barrel itself. So that's something to keep in mind. But they feel pretty sturdy. They look to be about the same size as the Ohuhu markers. So that's something. I'll go ahead and open up this box. We don't necessarily need to swatch the Pigmas. I know what I'm getting, but I'll go ahead and do it. So I got 0.05, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.5, and 0.8 sizes. I like the firm, smaller tips. I'm trash with a brush pen. I'd like to be better, but that requires practicing, and that wasn't one of my goals. So, all right, we'll go ahead and get swatching for them. Normally I would do marker swatches in my sketchbook, but my sketchbook's huge. So I'm gonna do it on this paper, and I'm 100% positive, because I've already got one planned out. I just need to get it sketched and recorded and all that, that I will be using these for my next piece in my sketchbook. So with the voiceover and everything, I'll let you know how they work in the art alternative. So this is just regular computer paper. I'm almost positive that it's going to, there will be obviously bleeding and ghosting and all that, but not here. I kind of just want to know how they feel. So 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. My phone is going off. They have a bullet nib and a chisel nib, and that is stiff. So bullet nib and chisel nib looks pretty good. Doesn't look very moist. That is a very stiff lid to barrel combination. So you know what, before we do markers, let's go ahead and just do their pen, because I can write down the names of the markers. Okay, so this is supposed to not bleed. Brilliant color, fadeless, smooth writing on the surface of different materials. Oh, it does not say if it will be smeared with the pen, so. This side feels much better, it's firmer, but I can already see there's a bend starting in it. And I mean, I'm writing straight up and down with it, but I can already see where there's like a slight bend. So that's something to pay attention to. If the markers perform well, it'll be worth it. I wasn't expecting to get these little pens. So, I mean, it's not like this is the make or break. And I mean, I already got some more Pigmas, so to be honest with you, this one will probably never get used unless I break and these all die in one go. Whatever. All right, so blue gray 1. I do have a piece of paper so that it doesn't like completely bleed through onto the back or onto my desk. That's a really light blue gray. So my Ohuhu set currently has blue gray 5, 7, and 9. And it's dark, like they're very dark. And there's only so many ways you can use that. So, all right, the bullet nibs feel pretty good. They feel pretty good. They feel, I mean, they're firm, but there's a little bit of give, so it kind of melds with the, all right, let's try the chisel nib for the Spooker 5, yeah. Yeah, oh, that feels nice. That feels nice. That's good. Gray 7. The caps are stiff. I'm not a big fan of the way the caps are. Mostly because I just want kind of a fluid motion. And I feel like I'm not, like I feel like I'm gonna break something. That's just me. See, like that felt like too loose? I don't know. I'm just being picky. That's good. You know what I did realize though? I did not get a fucking black in this. Shit. Guess I'll have to order more. I think a black would have been a good addition to all of this because we've got all the way up to 9 for everything. But I think like just a black for that final oomph. But I mean, that's just my preference. I don't know if it said it was coming with black or not. I didn't really look. I saw a wide shade of range of grays and I was like, I need that in my life. The cool gray looks good. It looks really similar to the Ohuhu markers. I use grays a lot. The nibs, they don't all feel the same, if that makes sense. Some of them feel a little bit looser than others. There's also like hair on it on some of these, which is kind of icky. I don't think you guys realize how excited I am to have like more shades of gray. That does not appear to be. There is not much of a difference between cool. Well, I guess there's enough of a difference. Cool Gray 2 and Cool Gray 3 are very similar. That's 8. That's 6. That's 5. Yeah, I do wish there was more. I don't know why I said that. I don't wish there was more. There's certain things that I wish this pack came with. Now, mind you, it was only $20, so that's not a bad deal. These, so far, are performing fairly well. I'm getting the colors that I wanted. The range looks right. Tones look good. They feel good. I like the barrel. I'm not a big fan of the way the tightness of the caps. But it's not like make or break. And honestly, some of these grays are dark enough that they might as well be black. So maybe instead of me complaining that there's no black, I live with what I have. Maybe I use some grays in different color. Is it hues? And you know, add some color to my things. So green gray 1. It's very similar to cool gray. I only have green gray 3 in my Ohuhu pack. And I don't use it very often because it's got a very green undertone to it. Like this definitely has a green. Yeah. I didn't do the little circle. So that's like, because I've only got one, you know, it's fairly dark. It's really dark. Are we gonna darken you up? Yeah. And so like I'm afraid to use it because it's not like it doesn't blend into other grays well because it's such a drastic color shift. At least in my opinion, it looks wrong. So that's why I wanted this, because I wanted to be able to use more range in the grays. These look pretty good though. I mean, they feel really good, like first impressions wise. And I don't know how much I'm gonna get out of them. Like my Ohuhu markers, my black already ran out. I didn't feel like I used it all that much. I mean, I did several black, like solid, I did a few solid black things and then it was dead. So that's disappointing, but was that my fault or was that the marker's fault? I don't know. Maybe I used more than I thought I did. Warm grays are my jam as well. This looks the cap looks very purple. Like it's hard to tell on camera, but that cap looks like lilac. And I'm hoping it's not, because I'm hoping for more of a, yeah. And I feel, okay, so here's the thing. Ohuhu has a warm gray one that I have, and I use it frequently. Is it 1 or 0.5? I think it's warm gray 0.5, and their warm gray is beige. That actually looks gray. Their warm gray is a freaking skin tone, which is fine, but I'm not looking for a skin tone when I'm shading in gray. Like if I wanted to do a gray piece, I don't want brown. I want brown gray. These look more neutral. And that's what I was looking for with some grays. Like I want gray. I want there to be some color to my gray, but I don't want the color to overpower the gray to the point that it doesn't look gray. So these seem much more neutral compared to the Ohuhu markers that I use frequently, which is I'm okay with. Hopefully they blend well with the Ohuhus. I can't imagine that they won't. It's alcohol. I know how alcohol markers have performed in my sketchbook so far, so I'm not too concerned about them not working in my sketchbook. It's one of those things like, you got one, you got, you know, some. As long as it's really, I feel like it's really the bullet nibs that matter, or the nibs themselves that matter. You know, is this going to be something? All right, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Oh my gosh. I forgot to finish my monster. These look so nice. I wish I had these before with my... Okay, I wish I had these for some of my other pieces, because this would have been really nice to have this kind of range. But I'm telling you, my next piece, if I can draw it, I'm really excited about it, because the idea came to me when I was looking at things on Pinterest, and I'm like, I need to draw that. Like, I feel I have a mighty need. I just have to have the time, and I never have time because I've got too many kids. All right, so I love the markers so far. The colors look good. There's good range. Everything appears to be doing what alcohol markers do, which is bleeding a little bit. I mean, they are bleeding a lot of it, but we're on computer paper, so I kind of figured that was going to happen. Is this a white gel pen? Does this work, or is this... I broke the seal. It is a white gel pen. Oh. Ew. It's a white gel pen. It's not great though. It's smaller than the Uniball that I've got, but it's definitely not as, of course it's not in focus either, so I'm gonna beat you up, camera. Do you know this? Alright, so this is the Uniball, the Signo Uniball. on Cool Gray 8, and then this is this pen. And it does not feel good. The pen feels super cheap. Like this whole section is, well, because it needs to be screwed down more. But it doesn't come out very, very good. It's not as thick and goopy as I want it to be. I want my white to like really saturate it. So that one's kind of bust. This pen, the fine liner is okay. The lid doesn't feel very tight on it. This, like I said, this just feels like those really cheap kids markers. I might use it and abuse it though, because that would be good for some like black fills. Alright, so this is the 0.5, and it is itty bitty. 0.05, excuse me. It's itty bitty. I really need to get a better pencil case now. This is the 0.1, and it's itty bitty. Should I be writing amazing things? 0.2. Oh, so itty. 0.3. Which I don't think I have a 0.3. I think I've got just a point. I don't know what I've got. I do have a 0.3. Yeah. Right. Currently, I've got the same things, but I've got a 0.05, a 0.3, and a 0.8 that I use for most of my fine lining. I just wanted some like little bit of difference. This is the 0.5. That is not as little. I like that a lot. And then the 0.8, which I use quite a bit for like the outside lining. So yeah, these are pretty self-explanatory. I know a lot of people swear by them. I love them. I don't know if did I check and see? Should I see if they bleed? I should see if they're not gonna smear. They are gonna smear. Wow. Maybe it's because it was fresh, because this one isn't really smearing. Why would you do that? This does not smear though, so that's something. Yeah, okay. Well, their pen doesn't smear, so that's something. The 0.8 smeared, but I'm pretty sure it's because it's still wet. It's computer paper. I don't expect miracles. But it doesn't smear with anything like this. The Signa, the Pigmas don't smear with anything else, so they're a win. The bag for this, it's pretty cheap. It's nothing fancy. It will hold the markers until I can get some better storage, because God knows I need fucking storage. Speaking of which, if you know some storage solutions, please hit me up in the comments. Let me know, because like I've got like over 100 markers. I'm planning on getting more for Christmas. And I'm struggling. So if you guys get out, that'd be great. But that's it for the TouchNew alcohol marker gray set. Link is in the description. I don't not recommend these. I mean, they're for 20 bucks. This seems to be a pretty good deal. In my next video, I'm going to be sketching it out today. But in my next video, you will see me actually use these for a piece. So keep an eye on that, and then I'll be able to give you even more solid impressions on them. But first impressions wise, not bad. I like the color range. Everything seems to go smoothly and flow pretty well. The bullet nib and the chisel nib both felt really solid, with a little bit of give to the bullet nib to make it flow or feel like I'm flowing better. So highly recommend them. I always recommend these, like seriously, for fine lining. If you're looking for a cheap-ish alternative, I got this pack for like a little over, it was like $8 and change, and I love these pens, truly. Like, it was kind of a spur of the moment when I first got my set. A friend sent them to me, and I'll never look back. So, Pigment Microns, recommended. TouchNew, not recommended. We will see, but seriously, like, this looks pretty good, color range and everything, and they felt pretty good. So you know what? I'm gonna recommend them. This video is not sponsored, so you know, I'm going to recommend them. I will put the links to everything I got today in the description down below, and I'll see you in the next video where I give like actual review of them. But that's it, so I'll see you later. Oh my god, I'm a YouTuber. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you click the bell, you can get notifications for when I post more content. And you can also check me out on the social medias at Instagram and on Twitter. That's at ShadowCastArt. I post art things. So that's it for me, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye!
Who did this? Who the freak ate my snack pack?